Hey, announcer guy here for Sean and Kevin, world travelers who occasionally go to places you haven't been. In this episode, the boys are in Scarborough, Canada. So settle in and welcome to Travel by Numbers.
Hey, it's Sean, one half of Travel by Numbers. Today we're at Gilwood Park in Scarborough, which is just east of Toronto. What can I say about the park? It was City of Toronto bought the property in 1978. Originally it was a inn, the Gilwood Inn, and the City of Toronto took over the property, the maintenance. It's mid-century style. There's lots of really unique pieces here. More of that Gothic type of sculpture. So come with us.
So what happens in Toronto, a lot of the buildings, of course, are of historic value. Not, well, I shouldn't say a lot of them. This is a young country, Canada. So, but anyway, some buildings are designated as historically significant. So if they're not protecting the whole building, sometimes they'll just have a requirement to save the facade of the building, and then they'll build a new building right behind it. Other times, though, the building can be torn down, but there's some important pieces, usually the facade of the buildings. So they'll actually save those and bring them here to Gilwood Park. So today we're going to have a look at all of these cool facades and other art pieces, and they've got some beautiful gardens here too. This is about my 5th time coming here, and I see they've really built it up. So if you saw our last video, which I'll link in the top right hand corner, you'll know that we were at the Scarborough Bluffs. This is right at the top of the bluffs. This is where people fall off the bluffs and have to be rescued. Anyway, let's have a look. Sean actually has another channel called Wander Walks, where he takes you on a tour of different cities, trails, and even places like this. So go and check it out. Wander Walks, I'll link it above. Hey, stay tuned to the end of this video because we're going for something sweet, especially if you like butter tarts. This park is also a very popular wedding destination for photographs, and you are going to see why in just a few seconds here. In fact, what you're going to see here will probably remind you of a very famous destination in Europe. This is the part of the park trail that leads us to the top of the Scarborough Bluffs. Hence the warning signs behind me about climbing over the small fence here, and well, you could potentially fall down, as we talked about in the last video. Very dangerous behind me. That sound you just heard is the sound of a woodpecker, which of course pummels the bark with its beak in order to create a nest. Quite loud. So, excited?
Yeah, so the whole thing came, so you have 4 butter tarts. Kevin got a, what is that, cold express or cold
brew, yeah.
And I got a water set. Came to about 24 bucks. So let's just try your classic. This is classic butter tart. So this is the maple, and what is this? Maple and pecans. So let's just see here. Oof. Wow. Well, it's pretty soft. Here, Kev.
Go ahead.
So this is the maple and the pecan butter tart. The balance between the maple and the pecans and the texture is just perfect. It's not too sweet, but I can't get over this crust. It really, it's like homemade. So Kevin, why don't you take your bite of the circles? What's it called? What's this place called? Circle and Square Bakery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the crust is really flaky. Anytime somebody says that something is the best, like in this case, these are the best butter tarts in Ontario. So population of Ontario is about 17 million. There's a ton of bakeries and a ton of kind of roadside restaurants that do butter tarts. So I'm always skeptical, and of course, I mean, everyone has their own opinion too, right? So, but they should be good if they've been recognized. Yeah,
Pretty
it's
good.
actually pretty good.
Yeah.
What's different about these, I think, is the size. They're a little bit larger. They're certainly deeper than most butter tarts, but that gives the opportunity to put a lot more filling in. So in terms of the pecan in here, there's a lot of pecans. Really good maple flavor too. Yeah, I really like it. Can't deny, it could be number one.
So this is the rhubarb and strawberry butter tart. So strawberries, this is June, so strawberries are in season, and certainly is rhubarb. Rhubarb is in season as well. So I just cut that in half. Let me just see here. Like Kevin said, this is chock full of the ingredients inside. It's pretty crumbly. I would say definitely the crust is really the star of the
Butter tart.
butter tart. Sorry. Yeah, I just think everything is so well balanced. But I can't get over this crust. It's like flaky and light. It's not heavy. It's not greasy. And the flavor profiles are just balanced out so well. So each of these butter tarts about $4 Canadian. So they had the four types. They had the maple pecan, they had the classic butter tart, they had Snickers, and they had the rhubarb and strawberry butter tart. That's all we could see in this display. So maybe they have more, I don't know, but this is what they had. So this is midweek. This is a Thursday, and it was busy. And the time is about 11 o'clock or so.
So if you buy 4 of these butter tarts, actually, you save $1. So it's like $15 Canadian. But they have so much more in there too. I think they had muffins, right? They had croissants.
Yeah, there's really cool muffins and the danishes, and they had focaccia. Like it's just
And breads.
And
You
I
should
think-
see the size of the bakery in the back of this place, though. It's huge. I was shocked. I didn't even notice it until we got up to the cash register. And there's some glass windows behind the cash register, so you can see deep into the bakery. It's just awesome. Anyway, strawberry rhubarb. Here we go. Wow.
Isn't that nice.
It is nice, actually. You know what? I think for people that think they might be turned off by the rhubarb, it's not very strong. The strawberry certainly is the prominent flavor here. Wow, that's really good. Very crumbly, though, as Sean said, but wow, these are really good.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please click the like button. And by subscribing and turning notifications on, you'll help us create new content. Thanks for watching. And remember, experiences, not things.